One foot off the blanket and that just keeps me really. Is this gonna burn my jacket? Here.
Ms. Morgan. Mr. Rodriguez.
Here.
Ms. Sanchez.
Here.
Ms. Waters.
Here.
Ms. Silver.
Present.
Ms. Roel.
Present. We're good? Okay. We're going to switch the agenda around a little bit. We need to go into executive session to discuss legal matters and personnel matters. May I have a motion to go into executive session?
Motion.
Motion by Mrs. Sanchez. May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Silver. Any questions, board? No questions? Yes.
Okay.
Any questions? Okay. No questions? Roll call, Ms. White.
Ms. Akins.
Yes.
Mr. Gibson.
Yes.
Ms. Harris.
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. Sanchez. Ms. Sanchez.
Yes.
Ms. Waters.
Yes.
Ms. Silver.
Yes.
Ms. Roel.
Yes.
Motion
Okay.
carries.
We will see you shortly.
Hey, how you doing?
May I have a motion to come out of executive session?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Silver. May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Gibson. Any questions? Roll call, Ms. White.
We still have 5 to start.
Ms. Akins? Mr. Gibson?
Yes.
Ms. Harris?
Here. What?
Miss-
Oh, yes.
Ms. Morgan? Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Ms. Sanchez?
Yes.
Ms. Waters?
Yes.
Ms. Silver?
Yes.
Ms. Rowell?
Yes.
Motion carries.
I'd just like to apologize to the audience. I know we were in executive session a little bit longer than we normally are, so please forgive us. I'd just like to apologize for being in executive session a little bit longer than we normally are, so please accept our apologies. Next, 1.6, the superintendent. Oh, no, we have 1.5, public comments. Agenda items only. Can you please come, state your name, be courteous and respectful? First, we have Jones. Is there a Jones here? Going once, going twice. Jones. Next, we have Kathy Watson from the PEA. President.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You can hear me? Okay. On the agenda, there's a few things I'm wondering about. 3.14, $109,000 for carpets in the libraries. You already approved $200,000 for furniture in the high school library, and $166,000 for the middle school library for furniture. I don't understand, I'm sorry, my alarm's going off. I don't understand why we're spending all that money on them, because we still don't have librarians in there. And that's a lot of money, $200,000 for furniture, plus another 100 for carpets. Like, that's a lot of money. The teachers and I were thinking we could make it look really nice for a lot less money. And we don't have librarians, so that seems like a lot. And also 2.11 standard operating procedures, 212 pages that I'm supposed to look through, we're supposed to look through to, where's the negotiation, where is the conversation with us, because it has to do with us, with our union members as well. This standard operation SOP, 212 pages.
Turn the microphones up.
Standard operating procedures. And then here we have page 3.13. We're changing 32 ventilation units in, I think it said Leeds Avenue, for $12,750. That's for $408,000. That's $12,000 a unit. I don't know what that is. And that seems like, did you bid that out? That's like a lot. It seems like a lot. And then also 3.9 and 3.10, why are our tax dollars being used for, to pay for a lawyer, $10,000 for a lawyer for one of the board members, when I think that has to do with something that happened with the city? I don't understand that. When we shouldn't be paying for legal fees for acts committed against the board, especially using the board solicitor. We should have outside attorneys, not the board solicitor. And we also shouldn't have to pay for it. And I'm wondering if that, in addition to the allegations that side deals were made for $124,000 via texts about settlements. I'm wondering if that's why, I'm wondering why, maybe that's why our arbitrations have been canceled. We have arbitrations that need to be continued. We have people that want to come back to work, but your lawyer's not showing up.
Your mic is on.
Turn your mics on.
Thank you.
And can the mics get turned up so we can really hear what this man said?
Very briefly, good evening, everyone. The agenda items about the flooring for the high school and middle school libraries, to put it very simply, number one, those items were in the funding allocation in the budget that was approved by the Board of Education. And more importantly, I certainly believe that the Pleasantville students deserve a research-based newer library, both in the middle and high school, as concurred by the board members that approved the resolution. We want, that you do, and those positions have been posted, and we are actively searching for highly qualified individuals that would certainly, to fill those positions. One was to fill both of those positions. And it's money that, again, that was allocated appropriately and board approved. The other thing that is a matter of concern, the charges or the changes to the 32 ventilation units. Also, that item is on the funding allocation and board approved in last year's budget, and actually it's part of a phase to ensure that the infrastructure of the Pleasantville schools are new and that they're able to respond with efficiency and effectiveness throughout the district. So that, again, is funding that was allocated in the budget. It's part of a phase that was board approved as well. Okay. And the standard operating procedures are procedures that are yearly reviewed and need to be followed through purchasing and procurement, operations, and all other district procedures through regulations, especially to abide by the New Jersey requirements as per the code.
Thank you, Dr. Martinez. Next, we have Ms. Priscilla Noel, Pleasantville parent.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Buenos tardes. A todos mis hermanos y hermanas hispanos, si pueden hacerlo, por favor, regístrense para votar. Otra cosa, la presentación del medio tiempo del Super Bowl debería enseñarles que pueden venir como auténticamente son. Padres, necesito que me ayuden a exigir cuentas a estos miembros de la Junta. No tienen que por ser perfectos, sean ustedes mismos, incluso si eso significa hablar en español. No tendrán más opción que adaptarse. So in the board minutes, those who know what I just said. In the board minutes, I'm addressing the board minutes for the last meeting. I am sorely disappointed in the behaviors that were conducted. It's a shame that you have others. When I mean others, doesn't matter, they black, white, Hispanic, whatever, others who do not live in our community have the audacity to use our and egg y'all on to self-cannibalize and turn on each other. How dare they, the others, tell you black and brown people to turn on each other in front of the whole world? Because whoever was watching online, the example you're setting for children is deplorable. Please, think about what you're doing. They don't pay taxes. They don't pay rent here. They'll say our and they'll say us to influence you, to make you think that they are one of us. They ain't like us. Please, take note of that. So when I come up here, I live in Pleasantville. Y'all live in Pleasantville, those of you who are board members. Take heed to that. Don't let somebody come up here and say us and our and pay. They're paying for something they're not. They're taking. And when they take, they're taking their salary, they're taking their health care, and they're putting it into their community. They're investing in their community. We are here. Pleasantville, Pleasantville. We need to invest in us. So when you lend an ear, lend it to Pleasantville first. Lend it to the children here first. My children are in this district. Some of them people saying us and ours wouldn't even dare let their children register to be a student up in here. And they can. As an employee, they can, but they won't and they don't. So please keep that in mind when we're doing this. It is us. It's not them.
Thank you, Mrs. Noel. Next.
Excuse me, can I get a translation?
Miss
Could you translate what she said in
Miss
Spanish?
Noel, can you translate that, please, for her, Ms. Harris?
What she said in Spanish. She
What you
those
said in
that know, know.
Spanish. Okay, you send it to her, Ms. Noel? Thank you, Ms. Noel. Okay. Next, 1.6, the Superintendent's Report by Dr. Marilyn Martinez.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education, staff, students, and members of our community who are joining us in person and online. February is nationally recognized as Black History Month. Across our district, students and staff continue to engage in meaningful learning that honors the contributions, achievements, and enduring legacy of African American individuals in our nation and throughout the world. I'm proud to share that for the first time, the Pleasantville School District hosted the New Jersey Amistad Commission's African American History Day contest for 4th and 5th grade students. Despite extremely cold weather, approximately 30 Pleasantville students, along with nearly 100 students from Camden City, participated. The quality of the student work and the dedication of our staff reflected a deep respect for history, culture, and excellence, and we commend everyone involved. While I decided not to seek renewal of my contract with the district, my aim has been to leave Pleasantville schools better than what I got, better than when I got here. For historical purposes, I am submitting a report to the Board of Education that will be made public after tonight's meeting, outlining the actual progress from the date I arrived to Pleasantville Public Schools, July 2023, to today. I also include in this evening's superintendent's report the student safety data system for the first report period, including a comparison between school years 2023 through 2024, 2024 through 2025, and 25 through 2026. The student safety data system comparison reflects that the total incidents decreased from 2023 to 2024 to 2025 to 2026 is from 67 incidents to 33 incidents. The total incidents for weapons district-wide decreased from 6 in school year 2023-2024 to 1 in 2025-2026 school year. The alleged HIB reduced from 19 incidents in school year 2023 through 2024 to 6 in 2025-2026 first report period. The substance incidents continue to decrease from 34 in school year 2023-24 to 19 currently. The Pleasantville Public Schools staff training and program implementation has aimed to decrease serious school safety incidents. Training for staff has included topics on restorative practices, code of conduct, character education, and particularly the second step district-wide purchased program, Safe Schools at all staff on harassment, intimidation, and bullying, conflict management, building safety in schools. And I'm so happy to announce that this year we are implementing a very competitive approved grant with the New Jersey School Climate Improvement Learning Network. I want to thank Dr. Capella for that work, as well as Dr. Chapman. This school year in 2025 and 2026, the Pleasantville School District is participating in a cohort in partnership with Rutgers University to train teachers and staff on effective team planning and implementation of school climate programs to improve positive school climate. The district will participate in the New Jersey School Climate Improvement Survey and Platform. And lastly, implementation of the multi-tiered system of support district-wide. The New Jersey Tiered System of Supports, MTSS, is implemented in the school district, which includes 9 essential components that promote success for every child. Please be reassured that my focus has always been and will always be student-centered while supporting staff with the resources to improve Pleasantville schools. Lastly, I would like to congratulate the 19 staff members and 195 students who will be recognized for perfect attendance from September through December of 2026. Your consistency and commitment make a meaningful difference. Thank you to the staff and the Board of Education for your steady leadership, professionalism, and dedication to maintaining a positive and stable environment for our school community. Together, we are finishing the year strong and well-positioned for continued success.
Any questions on the superintendent's report? None. Questions? May I have a motion to approve the superintendent's report?
Motion.
Motion by Mrs. Silver. May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Akins. Questions? No questions? Roll call, Ms. White.
Ms. Akins?
Yes.
Mr. Gibson?
Yes.
Ms. Harris?
Yes.
Ms. Morgan? Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Ms. Sanchez? Ms. Waters?
Yes.
Ms. Silver?
Yes.
Ms. Rowell?
Yes.
Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the monthly fire drill report 1.7?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Gibson. May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Akins. Any questions? No questions? Roll call, Ms. White.
Ms. Akins?
Yes.
Mr. Gibson?
Yes.
Ms. Harris?
Yes.
Ms. Morgan? Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Ms. Sanchez?
Yes.
Ms. Waters?
Yes.
Ms. Silver?
Yes.
Ms. Rowell?
Yes.
Motion carries.
1.8, Board President comments. I just wanted to echo what Dr. Martinez said. Wanted to thank the Amistad coming to our school to host their projects and everything. Everything was really, really nice. So we're looking forward to them coming back again. And with that, I don't have anything else. We did Michelle Kennedy. May I have a motion for 2.1 board minutes?
Motion.
Motion by Mrs. Silver, second by Ms. Morgan. Any questions on the board?
I have a question. I noticed we have minutes for 120. What happened to the minutes for 128, the special board meeting?
They'll be on the February, well, not February, the March's agenda. March
Right.
17th, because they just wasn't done yet.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. That's not, yeah, I was going to say, they should have been done.
Should have been combined, like last time we had a couple combined.
Okay.
After the combined, so to me, that's unacceptable.
Any other questions? Roll call, Ms. White.
Ms. Akins?
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Ms. Morgan, Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Ms. Sanchez,
Abstain.
Ms. Waters,
Yes.
Ms. Silver,
Yes.
Ms. Roel.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Finance. May I have a motion for 3.1 to 3.16?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Gibson. May I have a second?
Second?
Second by Ms. Silver. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Go ahead, Ms. Morgan.
Madam President,
Yes.
You said 3.1
Sorry.
to what?
3.1 to 3.16.
That's all this, right?
Yeah, finance. Who's first? Go ahead, Ms. Akins.
So I have a couple of questions.
Okay. Also, let me stop you real quick. Did you get the minutes from the committees on
Yes.
finance?
Yes, I did, and I'm going to request that moving forward, that I get the copy, not just me, but all board members get a copy of the agenda. I had a hard time reading some of the minutes. I did read and get most of it, but if we can, I would like the agenda.
When you say the
When
agenda,
you-
what are you saying?
The agenda for the committee meetings, the meetings that y'all have, get the agenda.
Oh, okay.
And then the notes, if they can be typed, because it was
Okay.
hard reading through them.
Oh, you mean the chairperson notes you're
Well,
talking about?
I want both. I'm asking
Well, I
for the
wrote
agenda for
myself
each
and
committee,
distribute them. You know what I mean?
and I'm also asking for the notes
So noted.
that were done in the committee.
For
So
the
the
chair-
chairperson that's supposed to be doing the minutes,
Okay.
if they can have the minutes typed,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
to go along with the agenda, so I can read along with the agenda.
I'm not going to type, I have a committee, and I'm not going to type them,
Well, can
but
you
I'll
ask the
make
board
them,
secretary?
but I will make them where you can understand them.
but
Okay?
wait a minute.
Like,
Can I jump in on that?
oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I want to piggyback off.
And then the thing is, if you had a question, you could have called me up prior to this to let me know this.
I understand that, but
Because
I was
maybe I
reading
would
them.
have, if you would have called me up prior to this, when I sent it out to you, I could have took care of this and redid it for you.
Well, I don't check my emails every day, but when I looked at them, I
Okay.
seen them, I read them, I kind of understand some of it, some of the words
Okay.
I didn't understand. But I had the agenda, I could do them together.
Okay.
So that's what I'm missing.
Okay.
Okay, I want to piggyback off of
noted.
what,
But next time, just give me a ring, too. Go ahead,
right,
Ms.
okay,
Morgan.
I agree with that part. The committee minutes is not supposed to come from the board president. The committee minutes is supposed to come from the chairperson. So even though you sent them out, which we couldn't understand it, even though you sent it out, it wasn't really supposed to come from you. It's supposed to come from each committee chair. And she's chair of the board, but she's not chair of each committee. That's why when we was in committees, I was advising that the chairperson is the one who runs their committee, not the superintendent, not nobody. The chair people is the one who runs their committee meetings, which some of the chair people did not know.
Yeah.
But her chair, I mean,
Ms.
whatever she's chairing, let me just
Ms.
get it out, so that way it won't seem like I'm
Ms.
going back and
Morgan,
forth.
I can answer that question for you.
Okay.
Gibson is the chair of that, so it was really his first time doing it. So he asked me, could I do it? And then going forward, he would make sure that it's done. So that's why
Okay,
it came
and in
from
a way,
me.
that's still unacceptable, because I
well-
had the conversation with him as well in front of
Okay.
you while Dr. Martinez was on there, but I'm just going to move forward with that.
Right,
But
thank you.
it's hard to give any committee notes if you're not chairing your committee. The chairperson is supposed to write the committee notes, and she's asking for attachment of the agenda for that committee, so therefore you can put two and two together. So we thank you for you trying to
Thank
bring
you.
it all together, but I still don't understand why, when being put on a committee as a chair, that they weren't told that they supposed to chair their own committee, not the superintendent, and that they supposed to give notes. But now that that's all together,
Okay.
moving forward, you know, that we can get that, because I couldn't understand it, but being that I was in some of the meetings and I had conversation with y'all, it was no reason for me to call you, but I do agree to call you before we have a meeting, so therefore things can move faster.
Thank you, Mrs. Morgan.
President Noel?
Yes.
Just a point of clarification.
Yes.
Superintendent Martinez, I did not chair a committee, particularly that one.
Okay. Any more questions?
Madam Chair, I have a question.
Yes, Mr.
For
Marino.
3.9,
Uh-huh.
correct, which is up
Ye-
for a vote. This may be a question for our solicitor. If a board member is named in the narrative of the ethics complaint, do they have to abstain from the vote?
As a party to the ethics complaint, yes. Named, no, because that would be everybody potentially.
All right, are we back on finances? I got questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that's this, right? Am I correct? Yeah. Okay. So I took the time to number my own pages because I want you to, don't count this page when I say numbers.
Okay.
Okay. So we go to page 2, which would be 1 and 2, page 2. Atlantic County Treasurer, it says custodial energy, oil, and gasoline from December and November of 2025. What exactly is that?
That's actually the gas for the district vehicles for November and December.
Okay, okay.
So why
So,
is it on February?
but why is it on February?
Yeah.
Because we have to wait till we get the bill. Atlantic County, they send us the bill for each
So
month.
they bill like quarterly or,
Well, no, they bill monthly.
So why November?
I know, but it say November and December.
Right, so we don't pay it until they send us the bill.
Oh, wow,
I'm
they
lost.
can miss out on 17,000? Wow.
Yeah, like, once we receive the bill, we put them in to the system. So that's the gas for all our district vehicles, and they're billed monthly.
Okay. And then if we go to page 3, just the next page, we have legal fees for attorneys Cape Hart, Carroll Law Firm. Turn to page 4, we got legal fees for Clary and Dakotas.
Itemized bill, itemized.
The legal, all these, what is there any way we can get that itemized? Who they representing? What's going on? Are they're not board attorneys, right? He is.
Well,
Ray
the,
is.
the board attorney, of course, is Ray Hamlin, and our labor attorney is Carl Law Firm. Dakotas is from...
Or what? Carol is what?
Carl Law Firm, that's our labor attorney.
Labor.
So Dakotas is from a previous ethics complaint from a former board member that is still outstanding, and we receive bills for that, and we have to continue to pay because we were within the deductible. Like, we exhausted the deductible on those claims back in, I believe, 21 and 22 when those ethics complaints initiated. And who
Say
was
that
the
again?
other?
I can't barely hear you.
We exhausted the deductible, so the district is responsible for anything over the $5,000 for the ethics complaints.
Madam President,
You
I
have
have a question. So basically, as a board, well, I know me, and I know Cherie also, probably Charnel, and we just want itemized bills so we can know what we're paying for. Because y'all give us bills and it just says the lawyer's names, the amount, but we don't know what we're paying for. We don't know if we're
I
double
agree.
paying, we don't know if we're triple paying, we don't know if we're paying for services that never happened. So we're just asking, in the future, near future, like next agenda, or any bill, can we get it itemized so we can know what we're paying for?
I'll second it.
While we're speaking on itemized, we can move to page 5. In page 5, we have Goldman Sachs Renewable Power LLC. Could you please tell me who and what they are?
That's our energy bill, but I just want to get to it. Yeah, Goldman Sachs Renewable, that's our energy, electric. We have the solar
Okay,
panels,
so
so that's
you know, when I Googled them, I figured they said something about solar panels. I rode around, you know, because that's part of my job. I was like, let me see where some solar panels are. The only solar panels I've seen in our district are back here.
Right, high school, middle
So
school.
are we paying them?
Yes, we pay for those
Doesn't
solar.
that give you a deduction?
Well, yeah, that's cheaper than regular energy because we do have the solar panels. And that
Okay,
was
so
like
the
a
bill would have
15.
been higher than this?
Yeah,
than
we have a
30?
it was a 15-year contract with Goldman and Sachs for the solar panels.
How much discount are we getting?
So to piggyback off of Sheree, just a quick question. So those solar panels are only for district? It's not powering anything outside of district?
Well, we don't own the solar panels. They're not owned.
But is it powering anything outside of district? So are some of them solar panels powering other items?
They
So you know
could be-
sometimes solar panel companies put solar panels in your land and they pay you to have them there.
Right.
Is that the case, or they are powering district items?
Well, those panels was put on district property, but we don't own them, so Sachs own them. So other areas could be being powered by those
So
panels.
so we need to find that out, because if other areas being powered by those solar panels, they should be paying us, not us
Well,
paying
we
them.
do get a reduction in the bill because we have the solar panels.
But it's on our land.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Yes.
How much of the deduction are we getting?
Well, it's part of the energy cost. I would have to pull out the bills, and like I don't know off the top of my head.
So we're saying we don't own the solar panels,
We don't own the solar panels.
and we don't know who all is using the solar panels, but we're paying them with a deduction.
No, we get a discount because we have the solar panels.
But anybody else could be using our solar panels.
Well, not our solar panels because they're not ours, because they don't belong to the.
So they're on our property, so anybody can zoom, anybody can.
So
use
if it's 30, 5 might be ours, 25 might be somebody else's, which I feel like we should be getting
Nah.
paid for that.
It's not sounding right.
Yeah, this is a contract that was in the district for 15 years, but I'll find out.
We're in a contract for 15 years?
Well, it's a 15-year contract. When they put those solar panels in, it was a 15-year contract.
So I make a motion, Madam President, that
So-
we get a copy of that contract sent to our email.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll
Second.
check into it and, no, you don't need to make a motion. We'll just check into it and get the proper information for everyone.
All right, while we still on finances, could we go to page 8? Page 8, PC University Distributors, Inc. Says media service library supplies. What school are them library supplies? Because again, we're saying we don't have a librarian in certain schools, so why are we still buying media and library supplies?
Well, that's for technology. There's supplies for Chromebooks and different supplies. That's for technology. I don't have the actual.
Chromebooks and what? Can we get an itemized bill of that as well?
Well, yeah, the bills are, like, the bills are in the business office. If you want to come to the business office, look at any of the bills, they're in the business office. For
Okay.
anything that's on this bill list, there's invoices that are attached, so all the bills are in the business office if you want to come look at any of the bills.
So for now on, could we just get them itemized and sent to us? Like, can the bills be sent to our email?
All the bills from the bill list?
Well,
You come to the business
Not
office.
all the bills, but it's some things, like the solar things, we don't understand.
Okay.
We paying an attorney $20,000, and it's just this attorney. Then it'd be 5 attorneys, and it's all this, we paying $100,000. We don't know what we're paying for. And we want to make sure we're not double paying for things, or things that are not getting done.
Okay, so you're looking for an attorney. Whatever you want to see, you can see. Like, just let me know which ones you want to
Excuse me.
request.
I know I've been asking, and that's why when we do the bill list, I will say everything but attorney fee, because I haven't seen the invoice yet. And I've been saying that, so I don't understand why we just can't get it in our packet.
So like she said, if you want to see any of the attorneys' list of anything, you can come to her office and she will show you
I
everything you
understand it, but
need
you
in
want
the
us to
list.
approve a bill list
Right,
that
but
we
that's
have
what
no
I'm
idea what
saying. If
this
you
is
come
saying.
to her office, then she can show
I'm not coming to
you
the office
what.
just to get
Well, I
copies
think it
of
would be
bills.
easier.
Is it ethical?
It should be
Wait a
sent
minute.
to
Is
us.
it ethical for them to send everything?
Ethical, we're approving to pay a bill.
Wait.
If it's unethical, then we shouldn't vote on it.
Yeah, we shouldn't be
So,
voting.
so in some circumstances, especially involving attorneys, there's attorney-client privileged information that is contained, that's often contained in bills. Also, there's students' information that's contained in bills that you don't want to just share. it's probably easier to present it to the committees. If the Finance Committee, you could have those bills available for the Finance Committee, and then if there's questions, or as the business administrator indicated, that they could be available in the business office so they're not just floating around. No offense to any board members, but it's something that probably should be some level of protection over in the district, and at those committee meetings you can have those bills.
So I'm going to ask this because, so we not being around the bush. If we have to approve it, then we should be able to see it.
Right.
Hands down. Why are we approving stuff that we don't know what we're approving? Just because it's on here and it says an invoice number, a name, and a dollar amount. We're approving it like we know what it is.
And
I
just-
don't know any of these attorneys and what we're approving except for a dollar amount.
And just like she just said, and I just said, and I think a couple other people have said, you can come to the business office, and she doesn't have a problem showing you from A to Z what it is or
Okay.
what you need to see.
Madam President, so in that case, can we pull those items for right now, or is it a necessity, it has to be paid now? Can we
Wait,
pull
Do
those to
these
the
have to,
24th?
what, do these have to be paid now,
Can we
Miss?
pull these to the 24th and be able to
White?
see what it's for and then vote on it?
So which one, just let me know which
The
ones you want.
attorneys?
All the attorneys?
Wait, I got more stuff though, don't.
Wait, before you go past that, let me stay on this one.
Which ones you thinking of pulling?
I have a question
I wrote it down.
on this.
All the
So,
attorney fees.
what's it? K-Part,
Cape Park,
Okay,
Carroll Law Firm.
okay.
Hold up, 'cause I highlighted a few things too.
hold on, that's on page B, yeah.
So is this why we never got the
Dakotas,
the
well, that's the
itemized?
previous ethics, she said.
So she's gonna write it so we can get it.
What did you say, Ms. Harris? Which
Dakotas.
other one did you say?
Dakotas,
Okay, Dakotas.
page 4. Oh, Cleary. Oh, we got one on Ray too, but sorry, Ray, I love you. Sorry, Ray, it ain't nothing personal.
Oh, you said Hunt?
Yeah, Hunt, yeah.
Yeah, that's $9,000.
Then we're gonna go to page 15.
Wait a
Let's
minute.
keep this ball
I
rolling.
wanted to say something pertaining to that right there. For you said that we all can come to your office for.
I'm sorry,
Can you hear
y'all.
me? You said that we all was invited to come to your office to look at the bill list.
Well, not at the same time.
But listen, I know because we're not going to call a quorum, but in the same breath, y'all was saying that the Finance Committee gets a copy of the itemized bill. So if you're itemizing the bill for them to see it, what's so hard to share it with the rest of us?
No, the Finance Committee get the same bill as you get. They don't get the itemized bills. The itemized bills are in the business office and the batch as
I'm going
accounts
by what the
payable.
attorney said unless I misunderstood what he was saying.
I didn't hear what you said, right? What did you say?
No, I thought you said that you have the bills available for the Finance Committee.
No, the bills are not.
Just in the board
It's just the
office.
bill.
Business office, all right,
The
so
bill
it's in the
is.
business office.
The bills are
That's-
not in the Finance Committee.
Okay.
We don't bring the bills in the Finance
So
Committee.
they're paying something they don't know what we're paying.
If you,
I just want, you want to pull some things, I understand, but.
I say
you
pull
wanna
all the attorney
You want to
fees.
pull our attorney's bills, Mr. Hamlin's bills?
Yes. We want to verify the attorney bills.
Well, it won't
itemize
be
them.
that long.
We don't want to just be paying people to
Okay,
pay them
all
sometimes.
right.
So
yeah,
what-
if you
so
want
what-
us to bring the finance, all the bills to the Finance Committee, we can bring the bill, all the actual invoices to the
Then let
Finance
the
Committee.
Finance
But the what-
Committee only
yeah,
vote
that's
on them
fine.
then.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
If the Finance Committee gets to see them, then they vote on it. We, as a board, need to see it.
Because we're not getting the
because the
correct
batch
notes.
is like this
But,
big. Like,
but
we'd
the
be
problem
like-
is, you
Right.
have to trust,
You have to
see,
come
we
and
have to
see.
trust our colleagues on this
No,
board.
no.
that we
I'm
are
fine with
looking and
trusting, but I'm
doing
fine with
the
trusting
right
and
thing.
verifying.
Nah,
You know?
I can't trust.
You know what?
That's all I'm
Doris,
saying,
that-
Miss
I have to
Elise.
trust
Miss-
and verify. I don't
Yeah,
trust. I'm
okay.
sorry.
So this is
Now.
what we can do for now.
Okay.
We can vote on this bill list. Whoever doesn't want to vote on it, they want to pull things out, you can
just vote on
vote
stuff
and
just to
say
vote on.
whatever you're pulling out. Okay?
All right.
All right. So let's,
Page 15.
wait a minute. So just pick it, write down the ones you want to pull out. So when we go around, you can just say what you're not going to vote on, because we can.
Page 15.
So, wait a minute, Ms. Harrison, took it to you. The motion's on the floor, okay? It was first and second, right? Okay. Roll call.
Are we finished?
No, 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 hold
She
on.
ain't finished the question.
Hold on.
Oh, you
She
got
still,
any more
yeah, she
questions?
got
Page
more.
15.
Okay.
You there?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sherman Williams Company, maintenance, Pleasantville High School, required supplies. For $10,000, I need to know what kind of required supplies did they need? Paint?
That's
A
paint.
lot of paint.
That's the
So if I walk through the school, I ain't gonna see no writings on the wall. That's a lot of paint.
That's for paint. They painted the middle school cafeteria.
For $10,000?
Well, that's the paint. I mean, that's the billing for the paint.
So all the, shut up, Shauna.
No.
I had to shut up.
Okay.
What else, Ms. Harris?
16, specialty med consults. It says transportation. This is from September 2024 to August 2025.
I didn't hear the Cherie say the first part.
Specialty med consults,
What page?
page 16, the next page after the,
I see it at the bottom.
yeah. It's from September 24 to August,
Transportation.
transportation.
That is the physician that we use for district, for,
Say it, we can't hear you.
the physician that we use for district exams, for physicals, drug testing,
Why is she
specialty
so upset?
med.
She can't help it.
Oh, okay.
So the question was, for the date, why is it just now coming 2026 if this was for a whole year and some change ago? Why this wasn't settled before
We
then?
pay it when we bill, when we receive the bill. I have no control over when the vendors send the bill in.
Okay, I'm just asking the question. My job was when I received this right was to go through it.
You
Right.
did a good job.
This is what I was supposed to do.
Right.
We could turn the page again, page 17.
Class is in session.
Tran US Inc., what is that? What exactly are they selling us for $162,000?
Train is the units for the compressors, the unit ventilators.
For the what?
Unit ventilators. Train is the company that we buy the unit ventilators from.
Unit ventilators? What's,
They can't hear you, Dale.
Train is the vendor that we purchase the unit ventilators from. They was on the last agenda, I believe.
what's,
Ventilation system.
oh,
Like the compressors.
They need to put some money to the heat in here.
and then,
Shucks. Freezing. Again.
no, one more thing. Sorry, I'll be done in just a second. United Rentals is underneath that. United Rentals has like all them big machines and stuff, right? What do-
United Rentals, that's if they're renting lifts for, I mean, they just completed the lighting at the high school. I don't know if you saw it outside, the lighting is much lighter. They use the lifts to, so they can get up to the higher areas. So we use United
Machine to
Rental
go up and
for
down.
rental supplies for
And
lifts.
I guess this would be my final one, page 18. It's a Walmart. So at first you said that the checks were paid January 21st, 2 checks for 21st Century, and then you gave me void.
Explain that transaction.
I didn't hear, what did you say?
On page 18, it's a Walmart.
Okay.
Two checks were issued for 21st Century Instruction, January 21st, and then you void them. Where,
Your Walmart order.
So Walmart, typically Walmart, 21st Century, they must have been ordering supplies. In Walmart, you have to go directly to purchase them right away. So they must have voided them. I actually have to find out why. I don't know why, but there was 2 checks issued and they were both voided. So I will have to find out why. But that was for 21st Century. They probably was purchasing supplies for the program.
so they didn't purchase, because then we went into,
Right. It looks like they were cut and then they were voided.
So the money was never dispersed.
Based on, look, this, it looked like there was 2 issued, and then they went and they voided.
Can't
them.
hear you.
I said, it looks like they was cut and then they were voided, but I have to confirm because I don't know why they were voided. I would have to look.
So why is it on the bill list? Why is it on the bill list?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Why is it on the bill list?
You said why is on the bill list? Because if it was a hand check. Any checks are done the date of the board meeting unless there's a hand check that has to be done, like an emergency. Like we had to issue a check for the transportation. If they have to go get power of attorney and they have to get registrations, those checks, we can't wait till the board meeting because they have to get the registration for the vehicles.
Okay.
Hand checks are occasionally, we try to limit the amount of hand checks that we do.
Okay. Are you?
I have one question, not pertaining to that. I want to know, are we receiving any reports from the charter schools for our children that we're paying to be there?
Well, for the charter school students, we get a report, well, not a report, we pay them consistently based on the number of students that they register as of as of December. And then in June, we'll re-up. If some kids left and came back, they'll adjust the payment and we'll either pay them more or less, depending on how many students at the end of June.
Okay, but that wasn't my question.
Oh, what was your question?
My question is, are we receiving any reports from the charter school from what they're servicing our children for?
No.
We're supposed to receive something, from my understanding from years ago, with a couple previous superintendents was said that we were supposed to receive reports from the charter school when we send our children there to let us know how our children are doing, blah, blah, blah. So are we receiving any reports besides bills from the charter school?
I mean,
And if
I
not,
don't.
we
Dr.
need
Martinez,
to.
I don't receive anything. Do you receive
But we're
anything?
supposed to.
Every school, including charter schools, have a New Jersey report card summary, which most recently came out. So board members have access to that information online. I'll send you an email with that access.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I have a question. Are you done with your?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So I have a question about the bill 3.9, these legal fees.
Which one is it?
3.9 and 3.10, legal fees. My question is, the board, why are we paying these legal fees? Because is that really have to do with us as a board, or is this independent? Why are we paying $5,000? So 2 fees, that's $10,000. Why? Why are we paying for ethics charges?
That you representing her on.
Because
So every board member is entitled to indemnification if they are the subject of an ethics complaint. And it's my understanding that your insurance policy allows for you to be paid up to a certain amount, and then the insurance carrier will pay if it's above that amount.
okay, so my question is, your insurance, it says, from my understanding, from what I'm reading,
Charmaine, pull the
your firm is representing the board president. You represent the board, not one person.
Here.
In this case, I would be representing the board president who is subject to an ethics complaint. If there were other board members that were subject to an ethics complaint where they wanted an attorney to represent them, you could request that. The board president requested that I represent her in this particular ethics complaint, and it's permissible.
So
Is
the
that
board
conflict?
president should be paying for it.
Why would it be a conflict?
Because we
It's
didn't
not a
approve it.
conflict.
That had nothing to do with us, though. As the board, as
So I
the board.
have a question.
This has nothing to do with the board as a whole.
Madam President, I just have a
Yes.
question. So it's not a conflict that our board attorney is representing you in ethics charges that may be unethical against the board?
Right.
Yeah, that's not cool.
So he can represent us and you?
Well,
Right?
If there was an ethics
listen, Ray,
complaint-
you're an amazing lawyer, but if you
If-
can do both?
If there was an ethics complaint that's filed by one of you against one of you, then I would not represent either one of you. In this instance, this complaint was not filed against the board president by a board member. Hence,
But-
it's permissible.
But the items that are happening in the ethics
Deal with
complaint
some board
are
members.
unethical against us as a whole, as a board, correct?
Well, just because someone says that there are ethics violations
Then she
doesn't
should be
actually
paying.
mean that there are violations.
But we can be called as witnesses.
And you on both?
Because y'all sure?
Okay, that's fine.
Y'all as
So you're going to
witnesses
represent
against
us?
me.
And, yeah, I was about to say, that don't make sense.
A witness isn't a party to a case. A witness is a witness.
Say it again?
I disagree.
A witness is a witness. I'm a lawyer. I know the rules of professional conduct. A witness isn't a party to a case. So there, unless I was representing an individual that has a claim against another individual that I represent, that would be a conflict. A witness is not a conflict.
Well, I disagree. I don't see as the board attorney that you should be representing just one person. You should be representing all of us, not just one individual person.
If you were all named as defendants by someone who was not a board member, then I could do that as well. Only one particular board member has been named as a party to this, so it's permissible.
But a previous ethics charges, maybe I shouldn't say nothing right now. I'll talk later about that.
Is there any more questions about the bill list?
Yeah.
About what?
Any more questions on the bill list? You good, Ms. Harris?
Yes,
You
I
good?
am.
Okay, great. Okay.
Thanks
May I have
for
a
the
motion to
clarification.
approve the finance from
I ain't gonna say it.
3.1 to 3.16?
Wait, what?
May I have a motion to approve the
You
finance
already had a
3.1?
You had a
Oh.
motion already.
Okay.
This was your question.
Oh, okay. All right. Roll call, Ms. White.
Ms. Akins?
Yes for everything but 3.9, 3.10, and all legal fees, I'm going to say no to.
Legal fees. That's me too.
Mr. Gibson?
Yes.
Ms. Harris?
Give me 1 second, please. So I'm going to say yes to everything but 3.9, 3.10. I'm going to, and then I'm going to abstain from a vote on the bill list for Yale East.
I'm sorry, for what?
Yale East.
You said abstain? Okay. Ms. Morgan?
I'm gonna say no to 3.9, 3.10, legal fees, and yes to everything else.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, but I will abstain from all Stockton University charges. And 3.2, the bill list, abstain from 3.9.
I'm sorry, you said abstain from which one?
The Stockton University charges on the bill list for 3.2 and abstain from 3.9.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Can I correct my vote? I want to abstain for legal fees.
And I need to amend my vote.
Wait a minute, Ms. Morgan, you said you want to abstain from legal fees?
Yes.
It's so cold, I can't think, y'all.
That's why I got gloves on. Need a snowsuit because these heaters up there ain't working. I put it on 8.
You heard me, Ms. White? I want to amend my vote. No
Okay.
to the legal fees, too.
So you want to say no or abstain?
No.
Huh?
You want to abstain or no?
No.
To legal-
No to legal fees.
Okay.
I'm abstaining from Yale East. It's a bill
Okay.
on.
Okay. Ms. Sanchez?
I'm going to say yes to everything, no to 3.9 and 3.10.
Ms. Waters?
Yes to everything. 3.9, I'm abstaining.
It's 3.9. Ms. Silver?
Yes to all.
Ms. Roel?
Yes to everything. I abstain from 3.9 and 3.10.
10 o'clock.
You got to be kidding.
9.
3.9 and 3.10 will fail. Now, let me check the legal fees.
You don't count the abstentions. You don't count the abstentions.
No, there was only,
No's, not abstentions.
there were, yeah.
No's, not abstentions.
Ms. Waters abstained from
And
3.9.
Irwin abstained too. And Roel abstained.
But abstention is a no.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Abstention goes into
It's
the
not a
deciding
no.
factor. It carries
Okay.
over.
All right.
It's not a no.
Okay.
It's whoever else is voting, you do
Okay,
it from
so Ms.
there.
Waters, 3.9, you said abstain. Ms. Roel, you abstained from 3.9.
Yeah, 3.9 and 3.10.
It still failed.
Sort it out.
Vice President, get us some heat.
4 to
I
2.
only have 2.
Sick as a dog.
4 to 2.
We can count 4 to 2. It fails.
Oh, I gotta get my coat.
This is ridiculous. Sorry, whoever put these heaters up, but they
Okay,
don't
so
work.
motion carries.
It failed.
Yes, Ms. Silver said yes. Ms.
Gibson
Rowell?
said yes.
What's the problem? What we doing? Oh,
Yes to everything.
why we don't have no heat? Doris,
Okay, so then
Where's
she's
maintenance?
my toe is frozen. It's cold.
yeah, 3. So let,
We just approved all this stuff. We can't get no
All
heat.
this HVAC and 30,000.
What the heck?
Excuse me, can you, we can't hear you over here. What is the score?
Yeah, speak up.
okay, wait a minute. I'm tallying
We're
it
trying
up.
to
It's a little
see if it
confusing with
passed
the
or not.
legal.
Because if you abstain from something, it still carries. You gotta say yes or no.
No, it'll carry it
Yeah,
with the
because we
majority.
had-
Oh, my God.
And Ms. Akins, you abstained too to 3.9 and 3.10?
She said no.
She said no.
Oh, she said no. Okay, so she had no. I
I
heard you.
didn't say abstain or nothing.
Oh, Jesus.
This is the first time this, you can't add this stuff up.
Why is it so difficult?
I have no
Do
clue.
it, count again.
Probably because it's cold, they can't think right. I couldn't say that. I couldn't say that.
I'm so cold.
Look, here we go.
I think they got the air conditioner on.
Here we go.
Okay, yeah, okay, so yes, yeah, so,
That heat's on 73.
That one's on 80.
I turned it up to 80 and it still ain't working.
Lord, if I get a cold, it's gonna be
so 4 yeses, yes, it passed.
What happened?
We don't have heat in school. We don't got no heat in
What
class.
happened?
Hear what they're saying.
Motion carries.
How's it carry? 1, 2, 3.
What's the tally? Wait a minute, what's the tally? 'Cause you
5
looked-
to 4.
5-4.
Who changed?
Nobody changed. Mrs. Rowell said yes to the bill list.
But she abstained.
She abstained
but
to
she
some stuff.
abstained from
Because
her.
if you abstain, not explaining to you, if you abstain, it still goes to the deciding factor.
Oh,
Right,
goes to
fair
the-
enough.
So that's why you gotta say yes or no.
Yeah.
So abstention is a slick one, but it still goes to the deciding factor. I don't have nothing to do with it, but you go to the yes side.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a boo.
yeah,
Oh, sorry. Thought I was
Okay.
outside.
yes.
Just tell them, Dan.
May I have a motion for transportation 4.1 to 4.3?
Transportation.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Morgan, second by Mrs. Harris.
Huh? I didn't second.
Who seconded?
I have no clue.
I motion it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'll second.
Mr. Gibson motion, who seconded?
I'll second.
No, Charnel second.
Now seconded. Ms. Morgan seconded. Any questions?
Yes.
Questions?
I don't know how far I can discuss it, but for 4.2, 4.2, is it, 4.2 is the parental transportation. Is it cheaper? Huh?
Mrs. Dr. Martinez,
About 15,000 cheaper, let them take them than us.
transportation. Go,
Yeah,
Ms.
for the,
Ms. White.
the parent contract is 24,200. Our providers are charging us $300 to $600 per day to transport the student. So the parental contract is cheaper than if we had a contractor, which we, and then even internally, we discussed this in committee. We don't have a bus driver to drive the student back and forth.
And an email was also sent to all the board members on this situation.
Okay, President, we understand that, but we are allowed to ask questions, you
Yes.
know?
No,
That's
just-
the point.
No,
That's-
what I'm saying to you is the email was sent because it explains in the email.
I understand it, but sometimes I need to talk to someone, okay? I'm
Okay.
a little different.
Okay. So, do you have any more questions, Ms. Harris?
No.
Okay. Anyone else have questions about this?
Yes, can we invest in a van and we could travel, and some more drivers?
Yes.
I said, can we invest in a van and hire more drivers?
Well, we're looking for more drivers now. We just got 4 new buses this week, but we need drivers.
That's because y'all have to up the pay. We still down, give
Exactly.
them more money, they gonna come.
Exactly.
We'll discuss that as a recommendation to
Okay,
the
good.
district.
All right.
Ready for the vote?
Yeah, roll call, Ms. White.
Ms. Akins?
Yes.
Mr. Gibson?
Yes.
Ms. Harris?
Yes.
Ms. Morgan?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Ms. Sanchez?
Yes.
Ms. Waters? Yes. Ms. Silver?
Yes.
Ms. Rowell?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Next, facility usage. May I have a motion for 5.1?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Gibson. May I have a
What's
second?
5.1?
Facilities usage.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mrs. Morgan. Any questions about the facility usage? No questions? Roll call, Ms. White.
Ms. Akins?
Yes.
Mr. Gibson?
Yes.
Ms. Harris?
Yes.
Ms. Morgan?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Ms. Sanchez?
Yes, but I was abstained from any Joker-related usage of facilities.
Ms. Waters? Ms. Silver?
Yes.
Ms. Rowell?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Next, human resources. May I have a motion for 6.1 to 6.7? May I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Marino. May I have a second? Second. Second by Ms. Silva.
Madam President, I have a question.
Go ahead.
6.7, without saying any names, so that position, it's been eliminated. That person's not getting paid for that, right?
Dr. Martinez?
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
6 point what? 7?
7.
Okay.
No more questions?
Oh, I'm sorry, one more.
Did you
Is
get
that
the answer?
person working in any capacity?
She said yes.
Okay.
No more questions? Roll call, Ms. White.
Ms. Akins?
Yes.
Mr. Gibson?
Yes.
Ms. Harris?
Yes.
Ms. Morgan?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Ms. Sanchez?
Yes.
Ms. Waters? Ms. Silver?
Yes.
Ms. Rowell?
Yes.
Motion carries.
And we also have an addendum. Oh, okay. Okay, wait, I'm sorry. There's no policy. May I have a motion for 8.1 to 8.3 with the addendum for the Pleasantville High School Boys Varsity Basketball Team
It's right here.
to be playing at Atlantic City High School tomorrow.
Well, we just
and
getting
the
it now.
Pleasantville High School Marching Band to perform at the Egg Harbor Township St. Patrick's Parade, March 26th.
I apologize to the Board of Education. These board agenda items came in late today. However, they're pressing for staff and students for participation.
Wait, for which one? The, both?
The addendum items.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
but it's two.
Two things.
One's for the parade, right?
Yes.
One's for the
Two separate
parade
items.
And one's for the basketball team.
That's for the basketball team. Where is?
Oh, okay,
March what? It doesn't have a date.
I'm sorry, say that again?
The high school parade, I mean, for the marching band, it just says in March. What's the date of it?
I will add the date. That was a request that was provided. It's information that was provided to me from the city of Pleasantville. So I will get the details to give to the board through email and at the next board agenda. But the parade is in March.
It says at the Egg Harbor Township St. Martin's Day Parade, Patrick's
like
Day.
the school. And,
Any more questions? No questions?
wait, where we still on addendum?
Yeah.
Okay. No questions.
Roll call, Ms. White. Yes, I did.
Did you get a first and a second?
Yes. Didn't I get a first and a second? Gibson and Silver.
21.
All right, Ms. Akins?
Yes.
Mr. Gibson?
Yes.
Ms. Harris?
No, yes. What we on this, right, the addendum?
CNI, well, no, the whole, this is
Wait,
8.2.
addendum.
Curriculum and instruction.
All CNI
no.
and the addendum.
No,
Wait a minute.
back it up.
I thought we was on the
8.2.
amendment.
Back it up. We was on the addendum, y'all put that in with this, 8.2.
Because the addendum is with the
Eight.
curriculum and instruction.
Well,
It's a part of
Was it
that.
8.2 but 8.7?
Yes, with the addendum.
I'm sorry, but I don't like working like that, like just throwing me around and putting what you want. This addendum goes with 8.2?
Yes, with
Okay,
curriculum and instruction.
all right, thank you.
You're welcome,
And-
no problem.
Before we go into that, I had a question on this, but I didn't know we was on 8.2. I thought we was just on the addendum.
8.2 through 8.7 is what we're about to vote on. So if you got any questions in any of the eights, ask them.
I do.
Okay.
Here we go to page 21. Item 34,
On what page?
21. PHS, PA and Pablo Undo, Know Your Rights for the Community Parent Event, March 13th. Says it's a nonprofit, community-based organization that provides tools and training as a way to generate legal knowledge and empowerment. What exactly is that? 34.
It's a request from the high school to have this particular organization present about the topic of knowing your rights for the community and parents. So this particular organization, Pueblo Unido, right, is going to present on the topic of knowing your rights to parents and community members on March the 13th from 4:30 to 6 o'clock, and it is open to parents and community members.
What are we knowing our rights about? Like,
Explain more about it.
So this particular request also has to do with individuals knowing their rights about immigration and how to respond to issues of immigration and the issues of individuals who are affected by ICE and how the laws apply for them to respond accordingly. The PEA is the Teachers Association as well, isn't it? Yes,
I have
the
a
PEA.
question. When you're done, sorry.
You could go.
Why can't this be, this particular event, why they couldn't fill out to use the facility usage instead of putting it in our CNI?
Well, we're inviting parents and students of the high school as well, parents of the district. So whereby we invite the audience belonging to those whom we serve, then it becomes an activity that is provided in-house, but to serve community members as well. Because what we're saying is that family members of our students, because we have such a high percent of students who may or may not, but they may be impacted and need the opportunity to learn more about their rights and how they can respond to issues within this topic.
I understand that. Now I want to sound not sympathetic pertaining to that because I know it's a lot of this ISIS going on. I'm watching TVs, watching videos, watching some people, board members and everyone stand up for this. But my question still remains, I'm not trying to say not to do it, but I'm saying why is it in our curriculum instruction when they could just simply put in for facility usage and they can put in to use the auditorium, they could put in to use the cafeteria, they can use it for other things to get their message out and do it as, maybe a workshop or something like that in the gym. They can find different things for it besides for it being on the agenda for curriculum, because I understand the importance of you saying to educate the people, but we have a lot of different things that other people would like to educate people about as well.
And we should do that as well. In this particular case, it is our staff through the teachers union as well that is working in collaboration with this particular organization. So at their request, we submitted, and the high school submitted an activity to serve parents, students, and any member of the community that wishes to attend this particular training.
No, I understand that part, but I just think it's in the wrong section. I feel like they should go for facility usage, and being as though you are in agreement with this, then waive the fee of the facility usage. I don't feel as though, this is just me speaking, that it should go in our CNI.
Madam President, I have a question, or maybe for Dr. Martinez. So I could be getting it wrong. Maybe I'm hearing it wrong. So it's a district event hosted by
Nonprofit.
Outside 501, but it's paired up with their PEA for information and instruction, so that's why it's in curriculum instruction.
No, not information about our curriculum, but it is information to parents and students that attend our district for them and any community member who wishes to attend.
So it's open to everyone to
It
come?
is open to everyone.
Okay.
However, given the 70% of Hispanic Latino students that attend this district, it is important that 1,000 students in our high school and close to 1,000 in our middle school have information.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, what I'm hearing, it's in curriculum instruction because it's instruction being given to our students.
And their parents.
And their parents, okay. That's why it's not in facilities.
Exactly.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
That's why it's under curriculum and instruction. So it's not that it's in the curriculum, but it is about training, which falls under curriculum.
Okay, and we all, as board members, could come, correct?
I would encourage you to attend.
Okay.
Any more questions, board members? Roll call, Ms. White. Oh, continue roll call.
Come back
Ms.
to
Morgan.
me. Come back to me.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, but I abstained from Part B, activities number 34, and Part D, field trips number 35.
You said Part B, 34 and 35.
Part B, number 34, Part D, field trips number 35.
Ms. Sanchez?
Yes, but I abstained from Part D, field trips, number 13.
Ms. Waters?
Yes.
Ms. Silver?
Yes.
Ms. Roel?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Next.
Well,
Public
you want my vote?
comments.
Dale?
Oh,
Hello? Do you want my vote?
yeah, we got to go back to Ms. Morgan.
Do you want my vote?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Morgan. Ms. Morgan?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Next, may I have a motion to accept the HIB report?
Motion.
Motion by Mrs. Sanchez.
Second.
Second. May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Akins. Go ahead.
Ms. Akins?
Any discussion?
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Gibson?
Yes.
Ms. Harris?
Yes.
Ms. Morgan?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Ms. Sanchez?
Yes.
Ms. Waters? Ms. Silver?
Yes.
Okay.
Ms. Roel?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Next, public comments. We have-
Madam President, before we go to public comment, I just want to ask, I don't know if it's even in my means to ask, that if we're going to outsource for more security, i.e., love Pleasantville PD, but who's paying for it? So before we do that, can we make sure that it's needed? Because I feel like the security we have here is enough for us.
I'm secure.
I'm secure.
Yeah, it's no
I
harm.
don't.
No, it's not-
I mean, it's a bill.
Yeah, right.
And
I
I'm
don't.
sure
They not
the police
volunteering.
officers in Pleasantville have other things to do than babysit
Right.
us.
It-
So
it's-
I'd rather just go with our security and not pay the extra fee for extra
I'll
support that we don't need.
have a conversation with
Okay,
you, Ms.
thank you.
Sanchez, after the meeting.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
thanks. Next, we have public comments. Ms. Kathy Watson.
Who's on the committee for heat?
Me?
Oh.
I don't understand why they don't have no heat. Been complaining about this since we got here. But everybody's being appointed to stuff. And these heaters is not working. They both on 80.
We ready? Hi. So, yeah, I was going to bring that up. Part-time custodians, part-time security, part-time secretaries. There's a secretary in the,
We're not supposed to have part-time.
in HR. She's a confidential secretary. She's a part-time. Or she's a substitute. She's a substitute secretary. She doesn't even work for us. She's looking at everybody's personal files.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I'm
That's
sorry, Ms.
crazy.
Watson, I didn't hear you. Say that again?
There's a part-time, she's a substitute secretary in HR, and she's looking at our personnel files. Like, she is privy to all of
Not
our
good.
information.
Not good.
No. Part-time custodians, there's at least.
You should pass that on to Dr. Martinez if that's what's going on.
You should know.
She should know already.
Miss Rhonda Moore
That's
McQueen
something
said
that
it
should be
last, a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
That's why our
You-
information got sabotaged.
I'm talking to
got it.
Mrs. Watson, not the crowd.
Stop your
Go
time,
ahead.
stop your
Yeah,
time.
you're taking my time.
Go ahead, Mrs. Watson.
Okay, so also we have, I know for a fact, there's 5 part-time custodians in the and just in the high school that want to work full-time. Like, I don't understand it. We need full-time people. We need to pay our people and not the people in Pleasantville, and not outsource, not pay them part-time. They need insurance. They need to be part of our district. Same thing with security. How are you going to have a part-time security guard who gets paid more at Walmart? You want them to make a relationship with our kids. You want them to talk down the kids and say, hey, no, come on, honey, calm down. You know, somebody off the street who they never saw before isn't going to have that relationship. We need full-time security. We need more full-time people working here with benefits. Okay, the Adobe in the graphic design class still doesn't work. We keep hearing that it does work, it doesn't work. Our attorney has not showed up. We're not able to continue with our arbitrations because I literally drove to an arbitration and our attorney for the district didn't show up. The Carroll Group didn't show up.
Wow.
I was the only
But we
person
paying them.
representing Pleasantville, and I was very embarrassed. Everybody was there, people from the state, people from NJEA, everybody was there, the arbitrator. She was a no-call, no-show. And then from now, our arbitrations are being canceled. And we have people wanting to come back to work, and we can't finish the arbitration. They've already waited like a long time, so we need the attorneys to show up, please. I'd like to get the board agenda, and you took some of my time, so I'd like to get the board agenda on Fridays like you guys get them, because I have to look through them as well. And also, this room is freezing. There are other rooms in the building that the kids are colder, and they come in here because this room's warmer than some of the other classrooms.
Gotta be kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding. I set up a temperature stations, and one of the rooms is 46 degrees.
This is
And the children are in there, yes.
Where's
I'm
our
not
facilities
kidding.
at? Where's our director at? Where's
Right.
our facility
And we
director?
want, yeah, so we should not spend money on the library furniture and beautifying when the building doesn't work. So also.
Can we please get that looked into? I'm asking as a board member, can we please get this looked into?
'Cause this is
Pertaining to the
ridiculous.
heat and the temperatures. My nose up here running. I only been here, what, 4 hours?
It's since December, the one class since December.
Okay.
And also, the vote that you just did on the 3.9 and 3.10, I'm seeing that the noes should not be, or the abstentions should not be counted as yeses. They should be counted as either, like, not counted. They just don't happen. Look up Robert's rules, and then also, or their count. Look up Robert's rules.
What's it called?
Robert's Rules of
For the
Order. You
abstentions.
can Google it.
Robert's what?
Robert's Rules of Order.
Okay, all right.
It's the governing, the book that governs the body of school board. Or any sitting body, any meeting sitting body.
Okay, let's see.
Ms. Watson, you done or you got more?
I just really would like to get the board agenda when you guys get it, so that I have a chance to look at it. And maybe have a conversation before it goes, like, you know,
I don't think that should be a problem, but it ain't on me.
because, I mean, I do represent 560 people,
Oh.
your employees.
Thank you, Mrs. Watson.
Thank you very much.
I have a question before you
ma'am.
call the next person maybe. Because we are paying the Carroll Law Group and they're not showing up, I would like to put a motion on the floor to remove them and appoint a special attorney so we can get these grievances done and our teachers and stuff back to work.
Second,
I think we should
second.
talk about
They're not
that.
showing up. I
Motion
don't
on
want
the
to talk
floor.
about it.
No, we can
Second.
talk off record
Motion
with
on the
that
floor.
before I leave and get in my car.
Motion on the
Ms.
floor.
We can talk to you,
There's a
okay?
motion on the floor.
I didn't recognize you. So there was no motion put on the floor.
wait
I
a minute, I
didn't
ain't mean to laugh.
recognize you. And we can talk, Ms. Sanchez, and with Ms. White after.
Do you
the meeting
recognize any
about
other
it. And
Suppose,
if we wanna-
Ray, can you give us advice on that? Because the motion on the floor, it was second.
It's just to
I didn't
recognize you.
recognize
Right.
any, I just recognized you to talk.
Go ahead.
I wonder why. I wonder why,
You have a-
Doris.
You have a bigger issue, though.
I didn't hear you. Say it
You
again.
have a bigger issue. If you have these arbitrations, I don't know where they're scheduled, the grievances, one of the concerns may be that the law firm that you've had contracted with hasn't been paid. I don't know if that's why they're not going. It's possible. However, should probably advise when are the new arbitration dates or the grievance dates. If you have them, you can give it
She
to.
canceled them.
All right, so there are no new dates as of this moment.
We had them scheduled, and then she
No, I get it,
canceled
but I
them.
mean, as of this moment, there are no new dates.
We are unable to because you don't have a lawyer.
All right, so
So that's
the
my
lawyers-
issue, because
No, no,
Carroll
hold
Law
on.
Firm,
The
this
lawyers
is my
are gonna
fourth
be-
term on the school board. They've been getting paid
We
for a
have
long
lawyers.
time. So
I
I
get
can't
it.
see them not showing
We
up
have
for
lawyers.
But they-
pennies.
You're
Or maybe
considering
they don't care
lawyers
about
on the
this district.
24th. You can
Miss-
decide then
Ms. Sanchez.
whether or not you want to appoint them.
We can't talk about it.
That's the thing, I don't want to talk about it. I want to do the right thing in public. I don't want to be secretive. So with that being said, I had a
She
motion,
said
I want to
there's
put a
nothing
motion on the
scheduled.
floor that we remove the Carroll Group
There's nothing.
and special appointed attorney to get these grievances done so we get our employees back to work.
Ms. Watson, what did you
She said
say
there's nothing
last,
scheduled.
Because they don't have a lawyer.
let me ask a question.
No.
What did you say last time when you showed up and a lady attorney that's supposed to represent, what did she say to you why she didn't come or don't know if she
said
should come?
Somebody got her on the cell phone, and she said it wasn't on her schedule. But then also, she said that she didn't know that she was appointed, that they were still our lawyers, even though you voted on it in January and saying that they're going to continue to be our lawyers. She thinks that
So
she's
she thought
not.
that she still wasn't the lawyer. That's why she's not showing up?
correct.
But they on the bill list to be paid?
But
That'll make
you
no sense.
also voted for them to continue as our lawyer, as your lawyers.
But they should know that because if they didn't get terminated, then they should know that they're the lawyers. This ain't their first go round.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just know that I got people that want to come back to work.
And they should be.
You can bring them back. The board can bring them back. You can just go around the lawyers and you can bring them back.
Maybe. All right, I don't want to speak because I don't.
All right, thanks.
What do you mean they gotta get paid?
I have a question. Yes. I know maybe 3-4 years ago, me and you was on the board together, and in one of our committee meetings, one of our former board member, which was the chair, stated that, and we agreed, that we will not hire any more part-timers, that we will hire full-timers. And we all agreed with that, and I believe, I don't know, I'm quite sure, I don't know if it passed or not, but I know in committee we agreed that we weren't going to do part-timers, that we was going to hire all full-timers. So my question is, what happened, or whereas though we're back to hiring part-timers and not full-time people, especially because, I don't want to say the board member's name, but he fought that same thing that Ms. Watson said. I was going to call her William. Same thing Ms. Watson said, that we have part-timers that want to go full-time, but they're not being privileged to go to full-time, and we're still having part-timers. And I know, like I said we wasn't doing part-timers no more. So if we have people that's part-time that want to be full-time, can we look into seeing about making them full-time? So therefore, they can have benefits, and that was for security, maintenance, secretaries. We said we weren't doing no more part-timers. So I don't know what
Madam
happened within the
President,
last 3
Whenever
years.
Charnel's done, I got a question.
Huh?
I said whenever you're done, I had a question.
Yeah, so
yeah,
that's
we
all
can
I'm
look
saying
into
about
it.
the part-timers. We all agreed in committee, we brought it out here that we weren't doing part-timers no more, we was doing full-timers. So I don't know what happened in the past 3 years that it went back to part-timers. But if we have people that's part-time that want to be full-time, I think we should look into seeing if they can be full-time or if it's a reason that they should stay part-timers.
Okay, we can look into that, Ms.
Okay,
Morgan,
thank
okay?
you.
Yes,
I
Ms.
had a
Sanchez.
question. Could we possibly get some kind of report stating how many employees we have out right now? How would it affect our budget if we turn these people full-time? I'm sure what Ms. Watson is saying, some of them grievances are some of those people. This is why I feel like we need to put somebody in place to get these grievances done and get our employees back into place.
Ms. Sanchez, the board will receive a thorough report about personnel.
All right, thank you.
Next, we have Ms. Bailey.
I feel cold air.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So I had a question in regards to school board, or, the members of the board, and if anyone is designated to different schools. I know previously Pleasantville School Board had members that were, you would handle North Main and Washington Ave and this and that. I don't know if that's still occurring, but if not, maybe that's something that could be put to effect, because I know that teachers, and you see the community's not here, I know that teachers aren't showing up because they're worried about retaliation from certain people. And so, and everybody can't sit here. I got all 3 of my kids sitting here for the last 3.5 hours. So I know everybody's not showing up, but if maybe each member could be responsible for a different school district so that we can hear different grievances and issues with each school can be addressed, voiced, and represented in these board meetings. Also, that way, appropriate allocation, I'm sorry.
She's tired.
That way, appropriate allocation of funds can occur. These kids don't need $200,000 of library furniture, right? They need edible lunches. I don't know if any of y'all have seen the lunches that are being served to these children, but it's worse than dog food.
Not what they told me in
There's
committee.
mold in our schools, there's mice in our schools, and there's roaches in our schools, all right? That's what's going on. We don't need library furniture. We don't need $200,000, that's a house, right? For 1 library, 2 libraries, some rugs, we don't need that, right? I have 3 kids in this district. That's not what we need. I need edible lunches.
Right.
I need the roach infestation to be handled, right? They said that the middle school, the paint job that y'all paid $10,000 for is trash.
Oh, wow.
So you might want to go check that out and get a refund as well. Pardon me, I'm losing my train of thought here. So obviously the heat system needs to be addressed. I had a half-hour notice before I had to pick my elementary school student up in North Main maybe about a month ago because the heat there is not working. I know we're working on a new beautiful school on Decatur Ave and all of that, but our schools that are currently functioning and housing our children now need to be addressed and fixed, right? It's freezing in here.
Yes.
So school board members going forward, if maybe we could just pay attention. I really appreciate what y'all are doing and wanting things itemized. So thank you for asking for bills and different things because obviously the money's not going where it needs to go, right? Another thing I'd like to address real quick, and I see my time is running out, but I'd like to address the behavior of the school board member, Mr. Gibson. He threatened me in the last school board meeting. Everybody up here, minus a few of y'all, was here to see it, so that's why I'd like to bring it up, and I think it's important, and I'd like a few more seconds to talk about that.
I make a motion to give her another 2 minutes because we do need to elaborate. It happened, we're elected officials, and I'd like to hear what she has to say.
So there was public comment made. I'll let you know what was said. After the president left, before the meeting was over, I said, there was a motion on the floor. I'm new to all of this, so I'm just getting used to it. There was a motion on the floor against the president, right? Everybody said what they voted. The gentleman here, Mr. Gibson, voted no. And I, out in the, as I can, because I'm a part of the community, and I made a public comment, and I said, well, he needs to go too. That's my opinion. I have my right to state that. So I said he needs to go too, to the people that I was sitting with. Mr. Gibson then said, you can meet me outside. Thank you. There was a lot of us here to witness that. Not only is he a man that's representing, he's a man, first of all, and I'm a female of the public, but he's representing our school district. So his behavior was unbecoming, not only of a mature adult man, but of a board member of our community, and he shouldn't be representing Pleasantville. He's verbally abusive, and he threatened not 1 but 2 women at our last school board meeting. So I just want the people that weren't here or maybe missed it, that is what occurred. And a lot of us here were to see it. And I mean, come on. It's just not appropriate. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next, we have Crystal.
Good evening.
Good evening.
For one, it's very cold in here. I've been here for hours with my kids as well.
Turn the mic off.
Or move closer.
Or move closer.
Just move
Hello?
closer.
Can you
There
hear
we go.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. I've been here as well. It's very cold over here. So that brings me to the point of my child getting in trouble and written up for having a sweatshirt on. I'm sorry. I'm not going out and buying sweatshirts upon sweatshirts upon sweatshirts if they don't have a hood, they can't wear it, they're getting written up, X, Y, and Z. I'm not doing it, okay? So y'all need to fix the heating problems in all of the school districts.
I agree.
That's number one. Number two, I'm going to piggyback off of Ms. Bailey's comment about Mr. Gibbs. I was the second woman that he had made a threat to and used vulgar language outside in the parking lot while he talked to our lovely president outside, who, not to mention, left our meeting last week. If you cannot handle the pressure, you should not be in the seat, period, at all. Because let me tell you something. I have 3 that's coming up in this school district. I've never, ever dealt with a board that, one, can't get along, can't come to terms. We're here for the children, aren't we? Last time I checked, that's why y'all are all appointed up here, to take care of our children in all, the whole entire district. Also, to everyone, hear and listen online. Make note the board members' demeanor, behavior, and body language and side remarks amongst each other. Please, show up and vote when it's time for you to vote. Because this is uncalled for. And for a man to sit here and verbally abuse women, I don't want you representing my child whatsoever. And my child is not only undefeated in 2 different sports that's carrying upwards, we're also undefeated for 3 years and a CAL champions for 2 years. We need positive resolutions. Excuse me. So, whom was here last board meeting and present, I would like to know, what are we doing about the threat that was made publicly and online?
Online?
Yes, these are live streamed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, sorry, I apologize. These are live streamed. So I would like to know, how are you holding that board member accountable? Because we've all heard it. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Ms. Priscilla Noel.
Hello again. And I believe that when I said that we were going to have accountability this year, I hope that the board members take heed to, I appreciate the parents, the other parents coming out, because I've been a lone wolf out here, so I would like to make sure we have more to the pack. But in all seriousness, it's just unimaginable that, you know, we have people, predominantly women here, and the one man, which I was online watching a live stream, just to piggyback off that. I heard it loud and clear, just to, I don't know who he was talking to, but I heard it loud and clear, and that's just not appropriate at all. In reference to the students and supporting the students, I want to make sure that this board is aware that this district has been in disrepair for decades, while a superintendent after superintendent after superintendent after, and I can keep going on, has come through the district. So a lot of the things that weren't watched over, there's a lot of kinks. There's a lot of kinks that have to be dealt with, maintenance facilities-wise, which I would like to recommend is that maybe you get a maintenance or facilities, like actual like maintenance or custodial report from the head of custodian, so that you know when at least maybe if regular filters for the HVAC and all that, and the warranties on things, if that is being done, or we have a warranty, because it seems like a lot of money goes out to HVAC stuff, but then they're coming back and getting more money. So I don't know if there is like a contract for warranty on work and how long that is, but it needs to be looked into. One thing I wanted to say in addition to that is the pool. The condition of the pool still needs work. My 2 daughters were taking swimming lessons, and they refused to go in there because they said it's filthy and it's disgusting. So I know for a fact, I have pictures, the board, if you want them, I can bring them in. But things that have been in disrepair have yet to be done. So when people talk about its beautification, it's not, because these things have been in disrepair for a long time. They asked a question about the library stuff. Yes, that needs to be had. But also, other districts don't have librarians. I know that for a fact. Other districts don't have. So this is a staffing issue statewide. I know that because I look at the different things. So that is one thing that is not exclusive to Pleasantville. But this whole repair and everything really needs to be looked into. And if I have a moment for the board, I would like to honor, because I didn't hear anyone honor our basketball player, Jerlandis Reyes, who had gotten 1,000 points, the girls' basketball team. Like, I get emotional, specifically with our student athletes. Outside of when my son was here, I've watched Jerlandis. She works so hard. She works so hard. When she was the only one running up and down that court that was competent and able to play the game, she never gave up. She never gave up. She supported her teammates even through injury. She worked hard through the years. She deserved accolades. She deserved to be honored. She is an upstanding student, respectful, and anybody who meets her, she has a beautiful spirit. And she worked hard for those 1,000 points. I watched. I've seen her through thick and thin. That was not easy. So I hope that this board, when it's presented, hopefully it is presented, that Jerlandis Reyes gets her due credit. And it's not because she's Hispanic, it's because she worked hard for that. And our female sports need to be celebrated. We see guys, they get their signing day, whatever. But that, 1,000 points from a female, that hasn't been done in almost 20 years here in Pleasantville. So she needs to be given her flowers ASAP.
Thank you, Ms. Noel.
Thank you, Ms. Noel.
Ms. Board President and Board, she surely does, and she surely will. That is very, it will be coming very soon.
Next is, that's it, we're done with public comments. I just want to say, on behalf of the board and myself, we apologize for anyone that had hard feelings or anything that was said to them or done to them in a misappropriate way or anything that was said. And also, I want to apologize for myself because it's not like me to get up and walk out. And yes, I can handle this job as being the board president or even sitting at this table. I've been on the board for almost 4 or 5 years now, and this board has been through a lot. We have been through a lot of ups and downs, and it hasn't been easy. So as I say, just wanted to apologize to the young ladies on behalf of myself and the board, and also apologize to myself, for last week because I do have thick skin. But as I say all the time, individuals can sit in the audience, they can yell and scream, they can say X, Y, Z, but when we're forced to make decisions with what we have to make decisions on, you can't imagine what we have to do. So that's why we have committee meetings. So when we have the committee meetings, we discuss everything in the committee. That's where we do all our work and stuff. So like I said, once again, I know we have new board members and we have returning board members that are experienced as well. So just be patient with us. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to board comments. Mr. Moreno, do you have anything to say?
I want to thank everybody for coming out. I understand that we were in executive session for a long time, and I know how cold it is in here, and we truly apologize. I apologize for you being here for so long. We are here to represent you, the students, the community, the educators, and as we sit up here, no one has to sit through being disrespected or anything like that. The allegations were hard to hear, and I apologize because I was not here at that meeting. But really, continue bringing your concerns. I took copious notes. Continue bringing your comments. We want to hear your voices in all types of languages, and I appreciate the Spanish that I heard today. But please believe that all of us here, I mean, I've worked with everyone here in one way, shape, or form. We're passionate, we care, and we want to move the school district in a positive direction for all. So thank you for us. Thank you for being patient. Continue coming out, and let's put the Pleasantville students first and foremost. So thank you.
I just want to say thank you to everyone for coming out, continuously coming out, especially in this cold weather. I know you'd rather be home in warmth. We appreciate you guys' support. I'm going to say the same thing I say every time I sit in front of y'all. I'm going to say the same thing when you guys see me 7 days a week on the streets. I'm going to say the same thing because I am accessible. I am approachable. I'm the one person you can find no matter what, and you guys know that. I'm going to continue to fight for you guys. I'm going to continue to be an open book. I'm going to continue to uphold myself and our other board members to the standards and the oath that we took. So just hold us accountable. Just be on top of us. Just make sure we do the right thing. We continue to do the right thing. If we're not, come out and let us know. My biggest thing you guys know is I like to put things on record. I need people to know. I don't like to hide things. I don't live in the shadows. I'm never going to live in the shadows. So anything you guys think we need to know, we're not, as board members, able to interfere with day-to-day operations, but I would suggest to maybe the superintendent and the president to put a suggestion box in every school where people can do anonymous submissions or grievances or issues, because we're going to be honest here. People are being retaliated on. We see it, we hear it, we know it. So again, as the community, as the voters, just hold us accountable, step up, come to the mic, let us know what's going on. And if you feel like you're going to be retaliated on, I'm one person you could trust. I'll never say who said what, but I will fight for you. So just understand, if you don't have nobody else in this fight, you have me.
Thank you, Ms. Sanchez. Ms. Waters?
Just going to say, everyone, have a good evening, be safe, and stay warm.
Mr. Gibson?
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. And first, I'll be young lady and leave for you. I'm sorry for what you heard I said. I didn't know who said it, but I was just responding to what was said in the crowd, and it wasn't meant as no threat. When we up here as board members, people may not like how we vote, but you guys could always approach us, and we could talk and answer some of your questions if we can. It was never meant to be as a threat to no one, because I don't threaten no one. So if you feel that way, I apologize to you, and thank everyone for coming out, and have a blessed night.
Ms. Akins? Thank you, Mr. Gibson.
I just want to thank everyone for coming out, thank everyone for watching. I ask you guys to continue to come out, voice your opinion. If you guys can't make it, you know, we, as board members, have board emails. You can send your issues to us, and we can review it and discuss the issues as a board. Please know that we do hear you, we do see you, and we're here to work for you. So again, you can hold us accountable for what we decide, what we say, and what we do. Everyone have a good night, be safe, and please stay warm.
Ms. Harris?
I just want to say thank you, staff, students, for everyone. Also, I want to just put on record, Madam Board President, I would like for you to speak with me with a little more respect. I'm 39 years old. I'm not a child. I talk to you with respect. I would like you to speak back to me with respect. If we're
Happy to hear that the board member did apologize to the ladies. I'm also happy that Ms. Watson always come up and let us know what's actually going on and what's not going on, because without people coming to the microphone to let us know, and we don't deal with the day-to-day operations, we will not know nothing's going wrong in our district. All we hear about is what's going right. We don't hear what's going wrong and what's needed. I'm hoping that we get back to where we had said about 4 years ago about not hiring part-timers unless they want to be part-timers, but take the part-timers that wants to be full-time to make them full-timers. And I'm gonna leave it like that. I just want to thank everyone else for coming out, and I'll make another announcement later on.
Ms. Silver?
I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I think my colleagues all have said it. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for braving this cold with us, and hopefully we'll see you next time.
Okay, Mrs. Harris, I apologize if you feel that I was talking to you anything that wasn't like you should say. I'm just, if anything, okay, so I want to apologize. We'd just like to thank everyone for coming out. We like to thank you for all you do and what you do. We thank the staff as well. And with that, just continue to pray for the district, pray for us. And with that, may I have a motion to adjourn this meeting? Motion by Mrs. Morgan. May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Silver. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good night.